Friends, from last two lectures, we are studying the chapter kinetics of particle. In last lecture, we have seen what is the work done by force. Today, we shall see last article of the chapter, that is the energy. At first, we shall define what is a energy. Now, energy is depend upon the work done by a force. Let us see what is a energy. Definition: energy of a particle is defined as the capacity of doing work. That means capacity of doing work is called as a energy. All of us know there are two types of energies. We have seen in school level also. These are kinetic energy and potential energy. In school level in Marathi, we seen that these are called as Kshitij Urja and Gatiz Urja. That means potential energy and kinetic energy. Now we shall see what is kinetic energy and potential energy one by one. Before that, you have to remember that energy is a capacity of doing work. Now, kinetic energy definition: kinetic energy of a particle is the energy possessed by a particle by virtue of its motion. You have to remember only one word: kinetic energy possessed by particle by virtue of its motion. Means energy due to motion is called as a kinetic energy. Now, how we can measure the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy of a particle is measured by amount of work done by the force required to give velocity to the particle starting from the rest. That means it is also defined as the amount of work done by the force required to give velocity to the particles starting from the rest. Again, remember that kinetic energy of the particle is also measured as the amount of work done by the particle against the impressed force before coming to the rest. Amount of work done by the particle against the impressed force before coming to the rest. All of we know that how we can find the kinetic energy. Suppose one particle is given whose mass is m and moving velocity v bar. As we know that kinetic energy is due to virtue of the motion. It is due to the motion. Therefore, if a mass of a particle of mass m moving with velocity v bar, then its kinetic energy is given by half into m into v square. That means half mv square is a kinetic energy of a particle whose mass is m and velocity is v bar. Half m v bar, it can also be written as half m into v bar square, because v bar square is equals to v square. Then potential energy. Potential energy of a particle is the energy possessed by the particle by virtue of its position. Kinetic energy is due to the virtue of its motion, and potential energy is due to the virtue of its position. That means, remember any one definition? If you remember the definition of kinetic energy, to define a potential energy, in place of virtue of motion, replace virtue motion word by the position. And so potential energy of a particle is the energy possessed by the particle by virtue of its position. Potential energy of the particle is measured as the amount of work done in bringing the particle from its present position to the some standard position. Means, as a potential energy has a position, then potential energy of a particle is measured as the amount of the work done in bringing the particle from its present position to the some standard position. We shall consider present position is a capital A and some standard position as a capital A suffix 0. And therefore, if A is the present position, capital A is the present position, and A0 be the standard position of the particle due to force F bar, then potential energy of the particle at A is equals to integral A to A0 F bar dot dr bar. Listen again. If A is the present position, A suffix 0 is a standard position of particle due to force F bar, and d bar is a small displacement, then potential energy of the particle at A is equals to integral from A to A0 F bar dot dr bar. Now this is a formula theorem. If a particle of mass m moves along the curve AB with velocity VA and VB, that means V suffix A and V suffix B at A and B respectively, then work done by the particle is the change in kinetic energy. Okay. Now listen the meaning of this statement. Means, consider one particle whose mass is m, small m, and moves along a curve AB. AB is a curve. Particle whose mass is m moves along a curve AB. We shall consider there are two velocities. First is VA, V suffix A, and other is V suffix B, where VA is a velocity at B. Means, when particle is at A, then its velocity is denoted by VA, and when particle is at point B, its velocity at point B is denoted by VB. Then work done by the particle is change in kinetic energy. Now proof is very simple. We shall consider W be the work done by the particle in moving particle from A to B along the curve AB under the action of force F bar. And then by the definition of work done, what is work done? W is equals to integral from A to B F bar dot dr bar, where dr bar is a small displacement, and then this integral a to b f bar dot dr bar can be written as integral a to b f bar dot dr bar. Now dr bar can be written as dr bar by dt into dt. Okay, and what is f bar? F bar is a mass into acceleration, but acceleration a bar is given by dv bar by dt. Therefore f bar can be written as m into dv bar by dt, and this is dr bar, which is written as dr bar by dt into dt. But as dr bar is a small displacement, rate of change of displacement is a velocity, and therefore this dr bar by dt is written as v bar, and therefore this equation becomes integral a to b m dv bar by dt into v bar dt. Then we shall take this m outside of the integral, and this dt get cancelled, which will become integral a to b v bar dv. Then integral of v is a v square by 2, limits from a to b. I forget to write limit here, limit from a to b. Take this 1 by 2 outside, it will become m by 2. Upper limit is b, lower limit is a, therefore m by 2 is equal to vb square minus va square, and multiplying by m by 2, which can be written as m by 2 vb square minus m by 2 va square. But this m by 2 vb square can be written as half m vb square minus half m va square. That means this is a kinetic energy when particle is at b, and this is a kinetic energy when particle at a. Is the difference of kinetic energy. Means kinetic energy at p is a, and other is kinetic energy at b, and their difference, which is a change in kinetic energy. That means what we get, work done by a particle is equals to change in the kinetic energy. Okay. Then law of conservation of energy. Now we shall see the statement only. If the field of force is conservative, the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at any point is constant. Listen again. Sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at any time is constant. In other words, in 12th or 11th standard, we have seen that conservation of law of conservation of energy is can be stated as energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it changes from one form to the another form. Means we cannot create the energy, we cannot destroy the energy, but it can be changed from one form to the other form. Means kinetic energy can be changed from in the form of potential energy, or potential energy can be converted in the form of kinetic energy, but that means total of amount of energy remain constant. The same law here can be stated in other words as if the field of force is conservative, then sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at any point is constant. Okay. Here we have proved the sum of potential and kinetic energy at any point is a constant. Same, that means constant. Then example, We are not going towards the solution, but listen what is the example. A shot of mass m1 is fired horizontally from a gun of mass m2 with the speed v relative to gun. Show that actual speed of the shot and the gun are, means first is speed of shot, which is m2v upon m1 plus m2, and speed of gun is minus m1v m1 plus m2. Other is a bullet moving horizontally with velocity u, means u is initial velocity. We can consider magnitude of its strikes and penetrates a fixed vertical target of thickness a, small a, and emerge with horizontal velocity v. Then some same bullet have just failed to penetrate the target. Had the thickness been a u square upon u square minus v square, the resistance to the potential being the same in two cases. We have only read this. Actually, it is not required for our MCQ type exam. So neglect it. With this article, energy, uh, our chapter kinetics of a particle is completed. In this chapter, we have seen Newton's laws of motion, then momentum. At first, linear momentum, which is denoted by capital M bar and defined as small m into v bar. Here, m is a mass of a particle and v bar is a velocity. Then we have defined moment of momentum. It is also called as a angular momentum. You have to remember that. Angular momentum is moment of momentum, which is denoted by capital H bar, and capital H bar is equals to R bar cross MV bar. That means which is a cross product, and therefore it is a vector quantity. In other words, we say that angular momentum is equals to R bar cross linear momentum. After that angular momentum, we have seen the impulse and impulsive force. Impulsive force means a large amount of force acted for a short time. If impulsive force act on a particle, it is supposed that position of particle is unchanged, and effect of impulsive force is called as a impulse. Then in other lecture we have seen work done by a force, and in today's lecture we have seen energy. With these articles we have completed the chapter kinetics of a particle. In next lecture we shall start new chapter. Okay, thank you.